It's Carmela Habibi. What's up? How you guys doing? How you feeling? Okay, cool. So today I want to talk about the differences between being a doer and a dabbler. Listen, I've been a dabbler for the majority of my life. And what a dabbler is that you get super excited over something, you go out and do it, you like it, you love it, you have some fun with it, and then you hit your plateau. Then you give up, and I'm going to talk about what a plateau is really soon, but you give up and you pick up something else. You choose something else. You completely forget about what you started and you start something else. That's what a dabbler does. And that a dabbler can be anything. A dabbler, you can dabble in your relationship, you can dabble in sports, you can dabble in your business, you can dabble in any craft. But there are consequences to being a dabbler, and we're going to talk about them. So, being a dabbler, you hit a plateau. You make progress, you do things, you get the results you want, you put in effort, and you hit your plateau. Things just get difficult, they're not making sense, it's not working out for you, and you're just kind of like, damn, what can I do now? And since there's nothing I can do, I'm going to give up, and I'm just going to start something new. It's all good, it's fine. No, it's not, because then you start a bunch of things, and then you don't really get good at anything, and you just kind of have a basic understanding, and this and that, and whatever. That's what sucks about being a dabbler. You lose reliability, you get half good at things, and you kind of just end up in a slump, and you end up feeling like you're not really good at anything because you don't push forward after you hit that plateau. What a doer does is they commit. They pick what it is, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're involved in, they commit to it, they reinforce it, they beat those challenges, they hit their plateau. But then they figure out every way that won't work until they find one that does. They find one way that works and they push through. I can't do this, I can't do that, oh, what about this? If I do this, I do this. They stress out, and then they push through. They push through that plateau. They can make past those challenges. They find those challenges and they put in 200% more effort into passing that. And I'm me as a prime example. I just became a doer in the past year. But up in my whole life up until now, I was a dabbler. I see people that we started at the same time. Let's say fitness. I was healthy, I was happy, I was great. And then I had a friend who was fighting anorexia, eating disorder. You look at her now, and she's a prime bodybuilder. We started at the same time. We were just the same motivated. We were doing everything the same. But we both hit that same plateau. Me, on the other hand, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm in okay shape, whatever. But where she's at with her nutrition and her body and her mind and her soul is impeccable. It's crazy. I'm super proud of her. I'm so great that's happened for her. But maybe I would have done the same if I didn't dabble into fitness at the time. I'm getting back into it. But that's the difference about being a dabbler and a doer. And that has happened, that has proven to be in so many different aspects of my life where I see these people doing the same exact things I did at the same time, but now they've mastered that craft. They've mastered their relationship. They've mastered their mind, their money, and whatever. And I was here thinking, why we started at the same time, how come we didn't do the same thing? Because we didn't have the same mindset. They pushed through that plateau. They didn't dabble. They made their way forward. And that, for me, was definitely a loss. A lot of losses I faced. I learned a lot of mistakes, and I gained a lot now. Because I decided not to be a dabbler anymore. I can say that I'm a doer. If I say something, I'm going to do it. Because now, I want to be looked at as a person of value. I want to be looked at as someone who's reliable, who you can depend on, who you can come to, who you can talk to. Because I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to reinforce it. And if I do face challenges, I'm going to push through them because I am a person of value and I want to be a reliable person. I knew somebody who dabbled in religion. Super, random, but they dabbled in religion. One day they were saying they were a Muslim, one day they were saying they were a Buddhist, and one day they were saying Christian, blah, 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 and it went on. And I mean, for me at least, it's all the same surrounding idea, God, whatever. But it started to be unreliable. You say this one day, you say that one day, you say this, but you're dabbling in things. You're not committing to anything. And you lose trust. You lose value. Your word starts to mean less and less to people. So be a doer, not a dabbler. And a lot of I faced so many things with being a dabbler. I lost a lot, but it's fine because I'm a doer. I'm a doer now. And I have gained certain skill sets where now I push through my plateau. And a lot of the time, we look at our resources. But you gotta understand that for most people in North America, our lives are 95% better than the rest of the world. Some people are making $2 a day. Some people look at our failures and look at our problems and look at our things that bother us like treasures. Your worst nightmare is actually someone's greatest dream. So whatever you're facing, there's somebody out there that who has it 10 or 20 or 100 times worse. Understand what you have, understand your surroundings, and understand what you can grasp and absorb from all of it. Know that, and we gotta look at our resources. Most of us are blessed. And people, a lot of the things we have, we think, oh, well, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the technology. I don't have this. I don't have that. But there are so many people throughout history who had nothing. And they didn't have the resources we have today. And we have to ask ourselves, well, how did they get these resources if they had nothing? Well, they were resourceful. If somebody put a gun to your head saying, if you don't make that sale, if you don't make this work, if you don't do that, I'm going to shoot you. And I'm sure we're all familiar with the saying, if you're not willing to die for it, then don't do it. If you're not willing to give up everything, to die of your old habits, to die of your old ways, to die of your old mentality, to die of your old life, to start something new and push through your plateau, then there's somebody out there who's willing to die for it. So, just know that there is a difference between doing something and dabbling. Don't be a dabbler, be a doer. Be committed, reinforce, because you don't know where you might end up. Maybe you're good at something, but you're not great. You can be great. And hey, maybe you can even be the best. But you have to push through that plateau. Thank you guys. Check in with me next week. We'll talk about this again. And thanks for watching. Love you guys.